I'm sure to all of you, especially in these contemporary times when you probably have a side piece, a side chick, or a side man somewhere. Sometimes you will send them nudes and all that, or they would ask for it. But what does she have that I don't have? And what does she give you that I do not give you? This survey was run online and the names were not mentioned. And the excuse that most men gave was that she gives me peace of mind. There's wild sex and she brings me less drama. This conversation was sparked off on social media, landed on some radio stations a few days ago, and we deemed it fit to also bring it here on TV3Newday Hard Bay so we can get into exactly what the issue is with side pieces, a side chick, a side man here and there. And the big question for the morning, if you ever found out that he has a side chick, if you found out that she has a side man, Bella, how do they say the side men? Is there a name for them?
I think it's side man, side piece, something like that. Any of
because
those,
I was disqualified, side chick. You
were disqualified.
How? No, as in side chick. That's the name. That's the name. That's the qualified name. But for the men, we really don't have.
I think men have one. I just think it's offensive. What is it? Not just offensive. I don't think it's appropriate for
TV.
For TV.
The N word?
No, the C word also.
Oh, that's.
You know, like we have chicken, the male version of chicken.
Cock. Oh, but a cock is a cock.
A cock is a cock. Okay.
It's a bird. Oh, that's what they call the guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, thanks for having a side man.
It's called a side cock.
Yeah, just hello, like women are side chickens. Like chick is just a short version of chicken.
So side cock and side chicks. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway.
And Danny, you are my side cock.
Oh, so it's moved from AJ to Adani. Oh, Bella.
No, AJ is main.
AJ is the main. Okay. All right.
Yes. Main. Yeah. He's the
main cock. He's the main
cock.
And there's a
he's the cock. And then he's the cock without the CK.
Amma is a lifestyle enthusiast and of course a media consultant as well. She's here to help us with this discussion this morning. Amma, you're welcome. And of course, this conversation cannot go down without this man who says he's left Ghana. I don't know if it's permanent, but he's somewhere in the United States of America this morning. Councillor George Luttrell. Good morning, Uncle George.
Good morning, Cookie T. How are you doing?
Good, thank you, sir. You can hear us loud and clear, right?
Too clear to hear Bella not being aware of what is going on.
But wait, do you also agree that side pieces are called side cocks?
It's not side cock. It's also a side chick. A woman going out with as a married woman going out with a man is still called side chick. There's nothing called cock.
What about the man?
It's still a cock. It's still a chick, a side chick. Sorry. It's
for a man?
For a man, you're a side chick?
Yeah, yes, I'm still a side chick.
Oh, Councillor, how? How do you call a man a side chick? Because she's, it's a slang for female.
Yeah. Okay, but Councillor, you hold your fire. Before we get into all of that, Bella, you're here, and of course, Amma is here as well. Let me just pick your mind. What's your general take on this whole side pieceism, if I can put it that way?
I've grown to agree with something a former lecturer said. As you grow, you realize there's so many shades of gray between white and black. Okay. So some years back, I used to think that being fully committed to a monogamous relationship comes so easily to everyone, but it doesn't. I don't think it does. I only think that if you're a person that think you can't be in a monogamous relationship, you should tell your partner about it. Let them consent to the fact that they are going into a relationship with somebody that won't be committed to just them.
So an open relationship.
In an open relationship, just let your partner be aware. So they are prepared for such.
Would a typical Ghanaian man open up and tell you that, Bella? I don't think so.
I think they do. I think they do.
No.
It depends on the woman they're dating.
But no, some do.
It depends on the woman.
Some do. They would say it plainly, and some wouldn't say it, but then their actions show. I mean, there's so many people who are married today and they would say their husbands are cheating or their wives are cheating. And when you ask them during the relationship phase, that was still there. Cheating was a thing. Cheating was a thing. They were with other people even during the relationship. So you know, even if they don't say it, their actions say that they can't be in a monogamous
Has any man that you probably have dated in the past told you openly that I am polygamous?
Yes.
And so even if
no, but I have male friends who've told me that they are not monogamous.
Have they been able to?
I asked recently, I had a conversation with one who's my neighbor, and he mentioned, because I know his girlfriend, I'm like, is your girlfriend aware that you want? He's like, yes, I've told her. I'm like, I think you should tell her again, so she's sure, so she doesn't think you're joking.
You're joking, exactly.
Because sometimes she's like, when I told her, she laughed about it, I'm like, because she thinks you're just saying it.
Yeah.
So you should keep telling her so she knows that you actually meant what you said.
No, but then if she doesn't agree, then what happens?
Okay, then find somebody else. Look,
there are people
like
in
to complicate
this country
things
that are okay with that. There are people in Ghana.
Oh, come on, we have
who are okay
people
with...
who are in polygamous marriages. There are people who are ready to be second wife, 10th wife.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you know, in this instance, we are not even talking about marriages, the legal ones that have 2 or 3 or 4. We are talking about the ones that never come to the house, the ones that probably are the friends of the man all know about, but the lady doesn't know, the rest of the family members do not know. The one, Uncle George, and I'm coming to you on this one. So I mentioned earlier that this survey was run online because, of course, people will not show their faces in answering these questions. And one thing that ran through with all the answers that the men gave online was that they tend to be with these side pieces. They are willing to give up everything for them. Number one, they give them sex that cannot be explained, different positions and styles that cannot be explained. Number one, they do not demand much apart from money, trips, and a little attention here and there. The demands are less, and the stress as compared to the stress from a main chick, it's like 10 out of 100. Uncle George, do you agree with these responses from these men?
Thank you very much, and a very good morning to all of you in the studio and your listening viewers as well. My sister, the first thing is that any man who can justify the reason for cheating is a liar. No man can justify the reason for cheating. There are 2 things everyone, myself and you, who are the upcoming young girls coming, and I think the one that is married, who is married, I'm not too sure, but must learn that 2 things you should expect in marriage is divorce and cheating. Which means if one is cheating, it's not because there is a reason for cheating. It's a personal decision to cheat. It is a personal decision to cheat because cheating is part of the marriage package. Once you get married, opportunity to cheat has come into it. It's a gift of God attached to marriage.
Cheating is a gift of God?
Yes, please.
How is it a gift of God? In what part of the Bible did he say that once you get married, I'm going to give you a gift of extra wife?
The book of Matthew very well. Okay, so if you read the book of Matthew very well, chapter 9, it gives us the reasons why one can take a decision to divorce. And one of them is cheating. So that's one. So cheating is recognized.
No, but it only says that they will grant the divorce based on cheating. It doesn't mean that you should go ahead.
So how is a negative a blessing that God has added, or a gift that God has added?
Please. IGP Dampare is arresting people. Why is he arresting? Because he's a policeman. He has been put there so that when you do what is wrong, he's able to arrest you. So the Bible has given you the antidote for divorce. And he said one of the things are that there are 2 things that causes man to divorce. 1 is abuse. 2 is cheating. And I'm saying cheating is only recognized when you're married. So when you're doing boyfriend, girlfriend, there's no commitment in the relationship, there's something called cheating. So in the first place, no man can justify cheating. Number 2, anytime you meet a man who wants to have sexual intercourse with you, and he tells you things about the wife, and my wife has done this, my wife has done this, he has a mental deficiency. It's not the wife. He has a problem. That's 1. That's 2. Now, you say that somebody say that men say that the side chicks give them more sex, give them more these things. Now, in the first place, every side chick's duty is to become a mistress. And once they are mistresses, they cause you to miss your stress. Wives are stress causes. So if you are a wife, you cause stress. If you are a mistress, you cause the man to miss his stress.
Counselor, not all wives cause stress. Let's not paint that picture to make it look like. No, then how do you define a husband as well? How do you define a husband? Because if you are saying all wives cause stress, husbands also cause stress.
No, husbands don't cause stress because women don't love. A husband doesn't cause stress because the love is coming from the man. And the man was not created to love one woman. They have the capacity to love more than one woman. But a woman was created to love one man, to respect one man.
So Counselor, you married your wife because she didn't love you and you had to love her, and she only because she respects you. That's the only reason.
Can never love me. My wife can never love me till she dies. Loving a man is very complicated.
How is it complicated? How is it complicated?
So love is a duty of a man. Woman, your submission makes you feel you are respectful.
Makes you feel.
So don't ever think, yes. You see your submission.
So you are actually not respectful, but it makes you feel respectful.
No, I say your respect makes you feel you are loving. It's respect coming from you that the man is demanding.
Counselor, hold on. Let's go back a little before we even continue with this. So your first point, there was something that you said about commitment in relationships. You're saying that if there's no commitment in a relationship, then you cannot really hold anybody accountable for cheating, right, or guilty. So how do you define commitment in a relationship then? Because you are also saying that cheating is only recognized in marriages.
Yes.
So which is which?
You can't cheat because you're not married. You, cookie tea, you can't cheat because you are not married.
We haven't told you we are not married. It doesn't mean that we are not married.
No, you are not married.
Carry on, by the way.
So once you are not married, you can cheat. Once you're sitting there, whoever is telling you, whoever might be your sex mate, whoever might be, whatever tax you give the person, your fiancé, your fiancé, whatever you call, whether fiancé boy, fiancé, whatever it is. If the guy dies, he will never be a widow because there's no legitimacy legally, traditionally, anywhere. Because there are three forms of marriage in the country. Either a Mohammedan marriage, is a customary marriage, or it's a civil marriage. And this is what is recognized. So when a boyfriend cheats on you, a sex mate cheats on you, it is normal. There's nothing called cheating. It's exploration.
Uncle George, the only question I asked you was, these responses from these men, are they accurate in your estimation?
And I said they are not. And that's what I explained to you. They are not. Because no man can justify reason for cheating.
But you just said the mistress is supposed to make the man miss his stress. His stress from the main chick.
Thank you. So when your wife is giving you stress, it's part of marriage. And when you meet your mistress, the mistress causes you to miss your stress.
So these men are right then to say that they give them less drama, they give them peace of mind.
So most of us are being stressed, but we've not gotten the opportunity to have a side chick yet.
Because they don't like you? Because they don't like you, they don't want you?
The reason I have not yet to know if it's my financial capacity or whatever.
It probably is that one. But hold on. So we're making it sound like it's okay for the man to cheat. What if the woman cheats? There are married women who are also cheating. But then when these women are discovered or when they are caught, they make a big case out of it. But when a man cheats, they tell you that, oh, he's a man.
Let me explain to you why. The reason is because men don't commit adultery, women commit adultery. They're mounted a pistol in the house. Which one is borrowed and used?
Uncle George, please backtrack a little bit. What was it you said again?
Men don't commit adultery, women commit adultery.
Men do not commit adultery. It's women who commit adultery.
No.
Explain. Let me come back.
Let him just expatiate on this one. Then we'll bring Amma in. Right?
Yes, please.
In the first place, the male organ of a man was not created for one woman. Biblically, legally, traditionally.
According to which part of the Bible?
Every part of the Bible.
Quote one part, please.
Anywhere. There's no scripture anywhere on marriage. That tells you that the man was supposed to marry one. When Paul spoke in the book of Corinthians 11, he said, "This is my mind and not the Lord's own." That is why a man has the right to divorce 7 times, a man is 7 times. Deuteronomy chapter number 4, if you read from verse 24, verse 1, it tells you that if you marry a woman and she's distasteful for you, give her a certificate of divorce and marry again. And the woman can marry again.
Hold on.
Marriage is not.
Hold on.
Marriage is not the divorce part.
So why is it that Genesis? Wait. So why is that Genesis 2:24 didn't say that therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wives, but it said unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
In Genesis chapter 26. My sister, in Genesis chapter 26.
I'm a sister, by the way.
Sorry, my sister.
Carry on.
My daughter, you are a daughter.
Explain.
Let me continue. Hear me. Genesis chapter 2, when God was creating, he created one woman. And after the creation of God, he ended creation and gave the power to the man and the woman to produce. That is why Adam had more than one wife. That is why Abraham had more than one wife. That is why each of the people that work with God, they had more than one wife. So marrying more than one has never been a sin and will never be a sin. But a man's capacity is to manage more than one.
But Uncle George, what we are talking about here has nothing to do with marriage. We are not talking about marriage because marriage, whether you have.
I am answering Bella.
Okay.
I am answering Bella.
Okay, so
I want you to know that if you are a side chick, it's godly approved. There's nothing sinful about being a side chick.
You are encouraging broken homes then, because in a number of cases, these side chicks have broken homes. So you are sitting on TV saying that it is approved divinely?
Sweetheart, if a side chick breaks your home, then you didn't have a home at all. But no side chick can bring you the home.
Okay. I think he's
make marriages more smoother.
I think he's raised a point. Uncle George, we'll come back to you. Thank you very much. Please hold your fire. He just raised a point that if a side chick breaks your home, then you didn't have a home in the first place. Do you even agree?
No. I think I think I've got very liberal views about what people do in their homes or private life. I don't like to give everybody a blanket rule, like everybody needs to do it this way. Sometimes when homes break up, it's not because of an external factor. Sometimes, even though there's an external person in there, but it ends up broken, and the external person had nothing to do with it. But when the side chick is the reason it breaks up, well, it was going to break up, so why not?
So back to the question I asked. He said that if a side chick breaks your home, then you didn't have a home in the first place. So what? It means that a side chick is incapable of breaking your home?
No, they're very capable of breaking the home. For example, like I said earlier, when you're going into a relationship with somebody and you know that you do not intend to be monogamous, or maybe at the start of the relationship, you had the intention of being monogamous. Few years down the line, or even months or weeks down the line, you realize, no, I'd rather be polygamous than monogamous. So you start looking out. You should tell your partner about it. That's in a perfect world. I think you should just be a decent human and tell your partner.
But if you've already agreed, I mean, you started a relationship, you got into a marriage, and you both agree that we're doing this for better or for worse. I mean, we're one flesh now. Yeah. Suddenly you become richer and you think you can take care of other women, and so I should accept that you want to be polygamous?
But Bella, every year we get to know more about ourselves. I don't know about you, but me, as I grow, I discover new things about myself. So it's not so surprising to realize that another human being finds out new things about themselves years down the line, that they would rather do things a different way than what they
They're sworn to each other. That's the thing.
Okay, so that's where the commitment to what you swore to, you either decide to give that more power than the new you're discovering. So something's got to give. It's either your new self that will maybe make you feel, would make you feel your best self.
So would you accept then? I mean, so you're with this partner along the line. He says that I suddenly think that I would want more than one woman. And you are in that relationship with this person. What are you going to do?
It depends on my relationship with the person at the time and how I feel about them.
But I think we are even digressing a little bit, because it's not even about the man saying I'm bringing another woman. This is a woman you don't even know about, or this is a man you don't even know about, and you have just suddenly found out. So the question is, are you staying in that relationship, or you're calling it quits? That's the main question. Well, we hear the streets, and this is what you had to say. Let's pick that one, and then we'll come back to Uncle George and Amma.
I will sit down with her and ask her some few questions. If her reasons are tangible, I'll just let her go. Maybe she's tired with me.
If I find out my partner has a side chick or something, I just let it go. I believe he knows what he's doing. He knows the implications of he having a side chick, so I just can't do anything about it.
I will obviously, I don't know what to do, but like I'll find some ways and means to like find out the truth, and even if it's the truth, I'll find a way of asking him, and still if he's doubting or he's acting kind of, and I just go my way.
I would leave him just like that. I don't have time.
I have to forgive her, at least. I love her, and because we are married or perhaps we are in a relationship, one have to sacrifice for the other. So if I find out that she cheated on me or something, I wouldn't let her go like that. At least I have to forgive her and then we move on.
Sometimes, depending when you guys started and the love is not grown enough, you can leave it. But when you guys are deeply in, you can choose to forgive. But for me, I'm not sure I can continue, because maybe you forgive and the person will change, the person will still continue. So
I would just stop the relationship.
I'll do nothing, because life is about choices. And what I want for my partner is happiness. So if she feels like going for that guy will be perfect for her, then she's good to go.
Okay, I'll find out from him on the basis he's doing that. Then based on it, that will know what to do.
I have no choice, I just have to leave him.
Oh, me to me, if it's a side chick, I have no problem. If it's my wife, I'll kill him. I will divorce him straight. Oh, that one, the divorce will come in sharp, quick, because I cannot spend money on you, and at the same time, you go and take, and I know that it is a posicant, and then they caught baby.
I love this guy. Diverse views out there, but I love the last guy who says what it is impossible. Bella, what would you do?
And even before what I'll do, I think I have a problem with the last man, because he says that if I'm getting a side chick, then it's okay. But if it's my wife that's getting a side piece, then I'm not going to accept it. But I don't like that thing about society. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you think that you can cheat, I can also cheat. We might as well have fun and have an open relationship. If you want to go for someone, I should know so that I also go for someone. Then we are all on the same level. But don't tell me that I cannot cheat, but you are okay to cheat. I think it's very problematic.
It comes at a cost. You heard what he also said. I can't be spending money on you. So I believe that means it's in the situation where he's the full-time provider and he marries you to just be a submissive wife. No,
they are not always full-time providers. No, there are times when a woman has a great job. No, but he didn't specify.
Yeah, but he said,
so
I can't be spending money on you.
Yeah,
so I
may have a job.
That is with a man who is fully taking care of you. He expects to have you all to himself.
Let's not push this into a box, because him saying that I may be spending on you doesn't necessarily mean that the woman does not have her own money. Because there are many instances where the woman has her own money, but the man still provides anyway. So if you're still providing, you're telling me that because I am spending, I should have the right to cheat, but you shouldn't, then that's where the problem is.
Okay, so then let's come back to the question. Bella, if you found yourself in that situation, are you leaving or you're staying?
I mean, honestly, I haven't found myself in that situation, so I cannot tell.
Okay.
I think that you have to be in there. And like she said, you always discover yourself as you move along. I mean, it depends on the experiences that we share as a team. That's what would determine if I'm leaving or not. Would I be hurt 101%? I would be. But how I'll react to it really depends on what is happening at that moment in my life.
Would the death of their relationship also inform your decision? Maybe they even have a child together. Maybe she's pregnant, or maybe they've been around for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Would the death of what they have affect or inform your decision?
I mean, yes. A lot of our parents have told us that the only reason I remained in this marriage, even though I knew your father was cheating, was because of you. I made that sacrifice because of you. I mean, a lot of people have said that that is wrong. Our parents made a big mistake. Even Uncle Ebo White said it, that was the biggest mistakes that our parents made. And so if they really were not happy, they should have left. But in a lot of cases, especially if you don't have money to take care of the child, and you are at the BS of the man, then you have to stay and allow him to. You don't have to, but you would stay because you are scared that if you leave, your child might not get the right training and upbringing because you don't have the means to provide for that child. So you stay. I mean, it's really up to you and the decision that you make. I won't be able to tell. I'll leave you to make that decision. If you're not happy, if that man is disrespecting you, maltreating you, and you think that you cannot take it anymore and you want to leave, go ahead and leave. It's really up to you.
But leaving comes at a cost. Like you said, if you can afford to leave, and I think for every human being, if they truly can afford to leave a situation, they would leave. I used to think, because I've been in positions where I've tried to help women going through one form of abuse or the other, and it got very emotionally draining. So I had to step back from that. But one thing I've come to realize is that at the point when they can actually afford to leave, they would leave. Afford to leave, it's not only financial, but that's the main reason why most of them are not able to leave, because they can't even afford a shack for themselves. So it's that bad. So they have to stay. So when the circumstances are right, that would inform whether you are leaving because it's a side chick or not.
Exactly.
You can't. It's not something you can just sit here and say, hey, when you cheat, I'm leaving. When he actually cheats, you're probably going to say, maybe you should bring her home to, you know, add.
I saw a tweet like that. I think I even reposted it, because there was someone who said that, oh, you want to cheat? Okay, let me know. I'll invite her home. We'll get to date you together. I'll be married to you together. Especially when you've made so many sacrifices together. I've helped you. When I met you, you didn't have anything. I mean, I've helped you. We've built our wealth. And now you're telling me that you have a side piece, so I should walk. For a lot of people, it will be very difficult for them to walk. In most cases, they don't even tell you.
You find out.
No, but even if they are bold enough to tell you.
But the thing is that sometimes he gives you the offer that, okay, I'm giving you 50% of the wealth. So, and then you still wouldn't want to leave. Why? Because the feelings you have towards him haven't changed, even though you know he now has another person. And he's still treating you very well. So you're like, where am I going? I still like this man. He still makes me feel good. So I'm not leaving. The other person can be there. I don't mind. I'm not saying that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know until I find myself in that position. But I'll make an informed decision.
But would you question your role in that man's life when you realize that he's got a side piece?
Is he questioning my role in his own life?
Yes.
Well, like I said, I'll question it if only I feel there's a need to question it. If I don't feel different about him, he's not making me feel like, I only feel like there's another person in there. There's another person that I have to share him with. Well, at least I know the person.
Yeah, and they always tell you that it's not like I don't love my wife. I love her. I mean, she's everything that I want. But then I've just also fallen in love with another person. And it's not necessarily my fault.
I think it's possible to love multiple people.
It is? Cookie, you haven't told us though. Stop asking us the questions. Tell us, what would you do?
No, but I'm moderating.
No, we're both moderating. I shared my opinion. So tell me what you would do as well.
I'm always in a hurry.
Tell me what you would do. What would you do?
In all honesty,
would you walk?
In all honesty, I'm with you on this one.
Okay.
It depends on the situation. That's why I asked the question. Would the death of their relationship inform your decision?
Yes.
I asked another question. Would you question your role? I would.
Okay.
Because so like I said in my intro, what does she give you that I don't? What does she do for you that I don't do for you? What amount of peace of mind does she give you that I am unable to give to you? And one of the biggest responses was the sex positions, or the amount or even the frequency of the sex. Listen, somebody said somewhere the other day that side chicks do not have a lot of responsibilities. If you're a wife in the home, you are taking care of children, you are working, you are doing domestic chores and all that. It takes a toll on you. So sometimes your availability to even provide different sex positions and all that comes at a great cost, that cost that you've been talking about. But bear in mind, the side chick does not have children to take care of. She's not living in a big house that need maintenance and everything. You don't live probably even your everyday life with her for her to even know that Kojo is A, B, C, D. So she doesn't have a full version of your true self to even say that, no, I won't be able to handle this. She knows that she's not there permanently. Even probably during the whole week, she sees you just once or twice. And if I'm going to see you just once or twice in a week, won't I get myself ready to give you some good time that would excite you in exchange for some change that I'm looking for the weekend? I would. So I would look at the situation. First of all, I will question what I'm even doing in the relationship. Is there anything I'm doing wrong? Is there something that needs fixing that I have to fix? If I can't fix it and it will make you stop, I will wholeheartedly do that. But like Bella said, like Uncle George said, sometimes they don't even have any reason they're doing it. There's no reason at all that he can give you that, or this and so and so are the reasons
I agree.
I am cheating.
I agree. A person doesn't need a reason to cheat. Sometimes you're cheating just because there's an opportunity. There's some people, every opportunity, they have to take it. Like, it's like, they're not hungry,
exactly,
but there's food, so I have to eat
it.
Yeah.
Uncle George, please, back to you. Would it be right to leave your partner if you found out that they had a side piece?
Amy, thank you very much. I think most of your conversations on honestly is not connected. And let me explain this to you, and I come back to your answer finally. If you are the type of women in the life of men, don't ever forget that a side chick is not the same as a baby mama. They are not the same. Because I hear you saying once they have a child, no, those ones, once the person gets to have a child with your husband, there is an escalation of the relationship from step 1 to step 2. So now there are no more side chicks, they are baby mamas. But a side chick must not be known till you die.
Huh?
That's one of the things you should know.
A side chick must...
A definition of a side chick is that you are in the secret relationship and must never be known. So when a wife gets to know that you are a side chick, it means that the wife has done the wrong thing in her life.
She's done the wrong thing.
By finding out,
she has rather done something wrong.
No, how did you find out?
How do you mean, how did I find out?
No, if you have a wife who is able to go investigate and find out you have a side chick, if she's not a witch, she's a demon.
Oh my God, Counselor, I'm sorry, but I will not accept this. No, I'm sorry. Because there'll be women who are watching who found out probably that their husbands or partners were cheating. I don't think that would be right for you to say that either they're a witch or they're a demon. She found out because you were not smart enough to keep your secret. So don't blame the woman.
No, Bella, we're not smart enough in what.
Yeah, but don't blame the wife for finding out. You are the one even committing the wrong in the first place.
Bella, in the first place, you are finding out that your husband has a side chick. So what?
No, I get it. Whatever you do is really up to you. But don't make it sound like it's wrong for a wife to find out that her husband is cheating. Or the other way around.
In the business we are doing, Bella, in the business we are doing, there are women today who are using all their effort not to do anything, but to find out who is sleeping with the husband. You are not a sensible woman. That's one.
Why are you not sensible?
What are you looking for? Looking for who's sleeping with the husband? For what reason?
So you shouldn't care?
What is your reason? For what? For what reason?
Okay. I see.
For what? Can you give a reason why you are looking for who's sleeping with the husband?
No, but if she's heard something or she's seen a change in the way her husband behaves at home, should she not want to find out what the reason is?
Bella, what is it? If you see a change in your husband, looking for what is causing the change is not the answer. Being a wife is the answer. Are you a wife?
There are women who are doing everything.
Hello, when men will always feel guilty when a wife is being a wife and they are not being a husband.
No, but Counselor, really, there are women who are doing everything possible, but the man is still cheating.
For the student to learn, but I let the student learn. Listen.
Which student again? I feel like you are misinforming people, and you're going to let people just take decisions.
You are not misinforming people.
No, I'm sorry, Counselor, I cannot accept that.
For the first time in my life, I kept quiet to listen to you. You're not accepting it. I'm not talking to you.
No, because I'm saying that people are watching. Let's not say that if a woman finds out, she must be a witch or a demon.
You are not.
No.
Bella, you are not taking it. I'm not talking to you. So listen.
No, Counselor, don't say that.
I'm not talking to you. So listen. Bella, you're not. I'm not talking to you like I say. So listen. I'm saying that your duty in looking for who is sleeping with your husband makes you that last woman. Can't you focus on marrying who your husband is? Make him feel guilty because at the end of the day, you are the best of the best, and he's not being the best.
But he'll still leave you and go and marry the side chick anyway.
Anyway. Are you that useless?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll end it here.
Thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate you being with us. Okay.
I apologize, by the way, on behalf of Counselor, to everyone who may be upset by that statement, by the way. Yeah. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the decision to stay when your partner married, your husband or wife decides to have a side piece, should be based on your own experience. It shouldn't be, don't decide that you're going to leave or stay because that's what you're expected to do. You should make an informed decision. If the relationship still has meaning to you and it can still help you do the things you want to do in life, then maybe you should stay and you still feel safe in there. But if you don't, to get out, because there are so many other things that that cheating could result to, including spread of diseases and hatred. So find out what would work for you. Put your best interest. Do it because it serves your best interest.
Yeah, really. Definitely. Anyway,
look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
No, but now people are not happy with her latest revelation, by the way. So we can't even go there because they're saying that you're making your husband look weak, and that's wrong.
But they have an open marriage.
Yeah, but now you know what she said. That I mean, when it comes to sex with her husband, she's not exactly.
But the thing is that I think it's something people don't talk about. But there's so many people. You have conversations with people one-on-one, and
between the two of you, don't come and tell the world that you are not attracted sexually to your husband.
Because they are famous, but that's Will Smith.
Anyway, and that's the thing. Like, he's a handsome man, built and everything. And she makes it look like he's not sexually, you know.